Peak Fiction, Kino. Oh boy. Hello, people. Excuse me. Blaze Rage, Sarah, Tom Piet, Shamil, Halox, Soul Samurai, Ming Ming, Stefan. Are you ready for the peakest of peak in the trilogy? I don't think so. Super Monoman, how are you? RA9? Antagonist? Lamp? Gansey, Mirai, Izan, Jamun. I think I said Tom Piet. If not, hello, Gilgamesh, Saldajuns. How's it going, everyone? On this Ace Attorney Wednesday. Not the usual day for it, but I'm very much down for it. I'm super excited. I don't know what to expect for what's about to happen, and I don't know if we're going to be able to finish the game today, but if it's within possibility, I'll try. We can't do a super long stream. Like, I don't plan for a 6+ hour stream again today. Not saying that's impossible, but like an 8-hour stream or something? Nah. We'll see. How's it going, Bloomin' Ball? To welcome in. Yeah, we have no Hunter x Hunter, the first non-Hunter x Hunter Wednesday, but I suppose that's just how it is. We got a good replacement. If we finish, do we go Xenoblade Chronicle 3 Mondays? Probably not. Well, it'll probably be Somnium Files, I think. But I think I'll throw in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 when I feel like it, because it's been funded. It's just hard to be able to schedule that given the other stuff I have planned. I'll think about it. So from next week on, Arcane discussions, or is something else you want to do? Arcane will be the next discussion series. I don't know if that'll be next week or maybe the week after. We'll see how the other things go. Everything kind of has to shift into place before I understand exactly how it's going to look. But yeah, stay tuned for sure. Any updates I'll put in Discord. And maybe Twitter as well. Ark, how are you? Oh, that sucks, Salted Gems. I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly, antagonist. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Arcane series as well. I don't think it'll be super long because it's only 9 episodes, so maybe just a couple of streams or something. But it'll be a hell of a good time. I hope whoever comes out to it enjoys as well. It'll be the same sort of discussion stuff that we've done with Hunter x Hunter and Attack on Titan. So yeah. Patchface, Bytecraft. Ooh, that's cool, Stefan. I hope the third is the big turning point. Episode 3 is insane. Davinator, how are you? By the way, sorry, I just sneezed a couple times right before right before starting, so might be a little sniffly. All right, let's let's get started. Back in the protagonist seat with Phoenix, right? Right. Are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face. Or maybe Viridian in artist speak. Actually, my fever's gone down quite a bit. How's your temperature now? Only 102.2 degrees. Nothing to worry about. That's just reminding me of Case 1, when Phoenix was sick. With all Dahlia's stuff. Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances. We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah, in the end, the Shichishito did not deliver the deadly blow. For Arcane, Episode 3 is by far the best of the first 3 episodes, I think, but I'm definitely of the opinion that it starts off strong. Like, Episode 1's the weakest in the series for me, but I think it starts off strong regardless. I still think it's very good. I think Episode 2 is actually really impressive, so if you're finding them not engaging at all, then maybe the series just isn't for you, but I would always recommend people to try Episode 3 before deciding to drop it. Which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about. Another sword, huh? Don't you worry about a thing, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself, or I'll eat my coat. I love that we have Gumshoe with us now. Or Edgeworth too, obviously, but thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. No. No, join us. That's probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into, and that is our client's background, naturally. You mean Iris, sir? I have the feeling that we've met before. All I want is confirmation one way or the other, and since I probably won't be getting that from you... I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I bid you adieu, right? Take care. Oh, does that mean the music's gone? I guess I should get moving too. No! Do you need to be somewhere? I gotta get to work on this bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across to the other side. Yeah, Maya's stuck there. But don't you worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. Sam, how's it going? Yeah, everyone's leaving. Blaze Rage. Phoenix. So, Edgeworth, how's it feel to play one of my games? Edgeworth, the amount of crazy people and antics is both ridiculous and both BS. Edgeworth, honestly, Edgeworth just looking at these psych locks, and just going, nah, no thank you, no, we're not doing this, and then just going straight to trial is amazing. It's very self-aware, it's very funny, it shows the contrast between him and Phoenix. It's great. Just try not to give me that coffee of yours, okay? Alright, I'm off. Hang in there, Maya, we'll get you out, I promise. But in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. Okay. Oh, we still got the music back. Perfect. The classic Monday routine on a Wednesday then, eh, Sam? Come on, please, it's for art's sake, I swear. Yeah, that's Larry. There's only one guy I know who could be this persistent and high-strung. I'm talking about the heroine here, the heroine in my book. It'll make you famous. Franziska? A fool's fool, fools who foolishly accept the foolishness of a fool's fool? Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix, right? Me? Wait a second, I know you, your reflexes and mine need to shape up. My brain's frying like a sunny side up, and you want to grill me over a name? Franzi, you can't do that. Welcome in, Smoothies. Is Larry a masochist? Why would you go after someone who whipped you unconscious? I mean, I think you just answered that. I'm a big... So listen, we lose Edgeworth, at least temporarily. We lose Gumshoe, at least temporarily. But getting back Franziska, I'm down. Whip a dead horse. Isn't that one of your American sayings? No, it's not. And I'm not on the brink of anything. Come on, Nick. Tell her, would you? Tell her she needs to model for my new picture book, Franzie's Whippity Whip Trip. Before you ask me to model, learn to at least give at least wait. Before you ask me to model, learn to give me at least semi-coherent testimony. So, you're saying there is a chance. And before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. I don't care what anyone says, I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. She flew, I'm telling you. Whoosh, like that guy with the red underwear. Don't think that I'm going to forgive you guys when he comes back crawling to apologize. Yeah, Franziska model art? I mean, she kind of just insinuated that. Off he goes. It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix, right? I do like Larry in this case. He flows a lot nicer here, in my opinion. I haven't been a fan too much. Like, nothing too much has changed for Larry so far, but we still got quite a bit to go, so we'll see. Okay. I love this game series so much, but I'm looking forward to seeing you play playing I love it a lot as well. Although it would be a downgrade in terms of gameplay, I hope you would eventually play the first 999 game if it's available on PC. Not too sure about that. I've heard of it, but it's not really struck my interest too much, but not impossible. Thank you very much, Super Mona Man, for the 100 bits, and I hope you enjoy too. Char Wizard, welcome in. That smug grin. Have you been in Germany all this time? That's right, extending my perfect win record, naturally. Oh joy, sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met? I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason, revenge. She was born and raised in Germany and became a prosecutor at age 13. Her father was the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. I guess she was busy, Sarah. Don't take it too personally. 999 is fantastic. My first ever visual novel. Interesting. I think mine was Fate. Yeah, I think it was Fate. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years, but now he's gone from this world. Don't tell me you still, whoa. Hello, Hannah. Fate the lewd one. Fate is definitely lewd at points, yes. Mine was Ace Attorney? Nice. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll try it, and if I do, I'm not sure if it'll be on stream. But it's not impossible. The cringiest lewd I've ever seen. Oh, you need to experience it completely then, Hannah. You've only seen dialogue snippets. You haven't seen the full-blown experience. I've never seen anyone as stressed out. The dialogue was more than enough fair. I've never seen anyone as stressed out whilst having sex than Shiro. That's all. Anyway, let's move on. It's wholesome day today. It's wholesome, clean court fun. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me because of what happened to your father. Phoenix Wright, you will fall before me. This I promise. Yeah, I heard it's Chunsoft, yeah. And I like Ace Attorney a lot. I like Danganronpa, so that's a good sign. Is Chunsoft the Somnium Files as well? But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear? Yes, Crystal. In truth, I was shocked. I came to America with the intention of defeating you. It is, okay. I like that. And said it was my little brother who was leading the defense. I love how Edgeworth is 7 years older than her or whatever. And she calls him her little brother. Edgeworth, come to think of it, he was pulled into being a prosecutor by Manfred von Karma as well. Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He said this case has a special significance to you. Because it does. And that's precisely why I'm here. First time chat, just here. I have to say I've been following your whole Ace Attorney playthrough since the first one with the VOD. It was so cool seeing you in the chat experience these wonderful stories. Love you and your chat as well, you're all awesome. Thank you so much, Darrow. Thank you so much, Darrow, and thank you so much for the sub. If you've been following along with the VODs, then I guess you know the drill with the goal contributions. So let us know if you want to put that towards something. But thank you so much. I'm so glad you've been enjoying the VODs and the playthrough. That's very sweet. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better. It's probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kind of cute. No smirking. No whipping the sick. That foolish fool doing such a foolish favor to such a foolishly foolish fool. Edgeworth. Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. Welcome in, Map. Ramuki, welcome in. You haven't missed much at all, don't worry. I came here for one thing and one thing only, to pulverize you. Yes, we're playing as Phoenix again, Dark Kebabs. And welcome in. It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some Cold Killer X, you know. Another Case 1 throwback. I went over the whole case file on the flight over. You read the whole thing. Yes, every last word of... every last sentence of every last paragraph. All the ridiculous things you did made it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross a burning bridge, did you even consider the dangers? No. The only thought in my mind was, I have to get across. A foolish fool who doesn't think more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks. Gumshoe said he'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Maya, she's gotta be okay, I just know it. Plus, I really need to ask her about what happened in the Inner Temple that night. Some pretty important character development for Francisca there, battling for herself now, not her dad. Yeah, for sure. I think I don't know if I mentioned it last stream. She might have said something to that extent. But either way, yeah, definitely a really important distinction. Her personality hasn't changed much at all, but the end of what happened with Justice for All, and then this distinction between fighting for herself, I think that's pretty important. Okay. So, here. Ma? That was one long sigh. Oh. That was one long sigh. Sister Bikini? My, I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? Absolutely, Ramuki. You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise, now that I think about it, There's an acolyte stuck at the Inner Temple, and that poor little girl has gone missing too. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. She's missing? Why didn't anyone tell me about this? I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least, I was until this morning. Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it, Sam. I totally agree. It's not... It's genuine this time. It's honest. She must be telling the truth. So why are you so unsure of yourself all of a sudden? You know that artist who testified against me? Or after me? I saw Iris flying, her white hood fluttering. When I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I'd acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he does is trouble, or draws his trouble, and nothing else. If both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth, that can only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw. Shadow Roamers, welcome in. Oh, antagonist Waver is without doubt one of my absolute favorite Fate characters. Not just Fate, but like favorite anime-manga characters. On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the Inner Temple, is that correct? That's right, I'm sure it was Iris. But Iris claims she was in her room in Hazakura Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night, but because you did, Maya is stuck all by herself at the Inner Temple. I'm so sorry. The drafts in that place are nothing to shake a stick at. Winter is especially bad. I'll bet the training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second. A couple have said that, Shadow Roamers, yeah. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. Earthquakes? Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. I wouldn't be surprised if the next one levels the training hall. Edgeworth, though, we've got to get Maya out of there fast. But still, there's really no need to worry. True salvagems. That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island. It's like an island, how so? Well, the only thing on the side of that bridge is the Inner Temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river or the forest. I see. So a criminal would be trapped should they choose to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will have to stay there. That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer and with no way of escape either. I suppose it does. Please, Gumshoe, get that bridge up faster. I mean, if we're talking about Sarah, I think it's good he left too because of that, but if we're talking about an earthquake, and this is an Edgeworth-centric case, I think something's gonna happen. Something's probably gonna happen. Probably, right? I don't know. I'm curious about a few things if you don't mind answering some questions. Do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something? No. I want to know a little more about the victim, Miss Elise Donim. I'm afraid I don't know her waist size or her bust size for that matter. No, I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't there for spiritual training. My, you make it sound like this place is some sort of dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There, you did it again, Sister Bikini. I notice you always refer to Miss Donim as Mystic Elise. Oh? Yes, now why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte. We address all our visitors as Mystic. It makes their experience more authentic, or feel authentic. Anyway, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know. How do you know that? How can you say for sure that she's old? Yeah, I was about to check that. 48? Five? Pearls was with Miss Donim on the evening of the murder, now she's vanished. It's all gotta be connected. Why did Pearls have to get mixed up in this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together. Oh man, my head's throbbing so bad it's killing me. Pearls, she was with Miss Donim on the night of the murder, correct? Or remember? Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know? Welcome in, Strongest Link. We just missed the first conversations between Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and Phoenix, and the first conversation with Phoenix and Francisca, and now we're with, Sister Bikini. Welcome in. Yes, welcome in, Wolfman. Perhaps the last Ace Attorney stream. Or maybe not, depending on... Lots have said this case is long, so we'll see. I have a temple to run, you know. Either way, we're getting towards the end. I was busy preparing for the training. Holy Potato, how are you? I didn't see the little darling even once after we'd finished eating dinner. The murder didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either. Keep calm, there's one place left where Pearls could be. She just has to be there. Okay, yeah, I had to think for a second, but yeah. Tell me you'll be done with the repairs soon, Gumshoe. Okay. Let us move... Courtyard, I guess? This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. It's hard to imagine she was lying on the stand, so maybe there are some clues that have yet to have been found. With AJ's skills, oh no. I appreciate it, Sarah. My skills of thinking that Oda just randomly, spontaneously drew a bird with arms. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it, Wolfman. The birds are back indeed. Miss Donham's staff. I definitely remember there being a crystal sphere attached to the staff. I guess Larry eventually found the sphere near the foot of the Dusky Bridge, but what was it doing all the way out there? Let's shake Shichishito, I guess? It's there in Mystic Amy's right hand, but it was proven in court that it wasn't the murder weapon. Given the design, it must have been used for some pretty gruesome things in the past. Ladder? The main gate's on the other side of that stone wall. The difference in elevation is almost 10 feet. That's how steep this hillside is. That's the height the body fell from. Is it possible that Miss Donham was pushed from the top of the wall? Okay. I don't know if I have to examine everything. If I get stuck, I'll do that. Main hall. Maybe I do. Yeah, I did not hear that, Sam, but I'm not super in the loop with regards to Fate, general Fate stuff. Thank you, Shadow Roamers. Okay. Okay. Did I look at everything? This? If you enter from the main gate side, there are rooms above me. The rooms above me are on the ground floor. She was staying in the corner room. That's where she was pushed from. Okay. God, those birds. Oh. Hey! What was that jarring, inconsiderately loud yell? So this is where you've been, keeping nice and warm, I see. Detective, have you finished the bridge? Yeah, I did. I told you I'd let you know. Well, then I'll come along with you and... Sorry, ma'am, no unauthorized entry. Access is restricted to people involved in the case. What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? You can't get much more involved than me. Well, yeah, but that's not what I... Oh, this is chaotic. This is big-time chaos. It's been a while, Scruffy. It's... Miss Von Karma! I didn't mean to say it in that moaning tone. Sister, please... Please leave the investigation to me. My. Well, you certainly seem to have everything under control. I'm on your side. I won't do anything you don't want me to. As you work to pin the guilt on Iris, what are you daydreaming about, Phoenix Wright? That hurts, you know. Silence. I, Franziska Von Karma, will personally guide you through your investigation. Oh, hell yeah. So you will follow me. She's not seriously going to follow me around, is she? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay, we got this. So we move to the bridge. Let's quickly check out that. Looks like no one's here. Larry! Loris! I was sure he'd be hiding here. I guess I'll try again later. Okay. I love how Franziska just has this aura to convince women in the series with the, I got this, don't you worry. Hey, I'd believe her. Inner Temple Hall. Okay, Maya. Things have certainly become a lot more hectic than before. They must have commenced with the investigation. Oh, Mr. Nick. Pearls. That voice. Pearls. The song's so sweet. Mr. Nick. So you were here ever since that night. I was so lonely I thought I was gonna die. When I woke up in the morning and saw that Dusky Bridge was gone, I realized I was all alone. She was all alone. Oh no. Oh no. It must have been very trying for you, little girl. Ah, you're I'm Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. There's no need to worry now that I'm here. Oh? We got a superhero Franziska? You're the prosecutor who was so mean to Mystic Maya last year. Well, I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl without your whip. Mystic Maya didn't do anything wrong, but you were so mean. I'll never forgive you. Oh? It looks like Pearl's words are getting under her skin. Hey, Offie Burger, it's going well. We're just getting. We've only just kind of started, like the initial conversations for the investigations, but I'm enjoying the interactions big time. Why are you whipping me? I didn't even say anything. You don't have to. The smile on your lips gave you away. Anyway, the Pearl's Franziska interactions. That is my kind of content. Weren't you with Maya? Ah! I'm sorry, it's all my fault. What are you talking about, Pearls? Mystic Maya... Hey, wait! Pearl, she just ran off. Ow! That was cruel, Phoenix, right? To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable. What was that all about? Pearl's acting like that, it's giving me the creeps. I guess I'd better take another look around since I finally got the chance, especially since something about this place seems different from 2 days ago. Yeah. Was this open? There's a weird smell coming from that incinerator. The door's also open, almost like it's begging me to look inside. Well, let's see what stunning clue is concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty. How naive of you, Phoenix, right? But it's a bit strange, don't you think, Franziska von Karma? I seem to remember... It was closed, yeah, and there was snow around it. In other words, someone's been using it to burn something recently. Listen, Phoenix, right? It's impertinent to call people by their full name. I was only copying you. It's kind of cute. Look at the Buddha statues lined up the path. Phoenix, right. Do you think this is how many siblings the head nun has? Why don't you ask her the next time you see her? You know what? I think I will. And she'll probably slap you for prying into her private affairs. Oh. Wasn't there a cable going from this? I think last time? Phoenix, right. What? And would you stop calling me by my full name like that? Was this once a prosperous port? A port? That metal hook is a mooring post for boats, you know. Oh, that's an anchor for one of the wires that's used to hold up the bridge. Oh yeah, I guess that would go away since... Okay, yeah, it snapped when it burned down. Okay, gotcha. I mean, there's no way there was ever a port all the way up here. Don't get smart with me, Phoenix, right? But I didn't say anything. I love this silly side of Franziska. You can see Dusky Bridge from here. It's an unusually long bridge, isn't it? I would say it's about 20 yards. I guess the gorge is too wide to cross with a piece of rope or wire, huh? Therefore, no one has crossed the gorge in either direction since the night of the murder. A simple yet sound deduction, wouldn't you say, Phoenix, right? A port in the mountain. Okay. The gate's open? Is it like that? This is like one of those things, like spot the difference between the two picture little games. There's a little gate that leads into the garden. It says no entry on the sign, though. Come now, Phoenix, right? What are you doing? Let's go in. It's half open anyway. What harm could come of it? It says no entry. Don't you Americans enjoy doing whatever you like and then simply say whatever? That's got nothing to do with anything, and who told you that? It is fun, yeah. This must be the door that leads to the inner temple, where Maya Fey was training on the night of the murder. There's a solitary room there called the training hall. You could do with some training yourself, Phoenix, right? You're completely out of shape. I don't know how much more of this woman I can take. I bet you can't read it. Oh, that's probably true. The sign says Inner Temple. I don't know how you're reading it, but it's incomprehensible to me. Actually, I can't read it either. Feigning comprehension isn't a very good habit to have, Phoenix, right? Looks really happy to have finally caught me on something. Oh, the I'm gonna be better than you trope. Perfect. Okay, let's go in. Is that a psych lock? On the thing? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Maya, she was supposed to be in here training, yet it appears she's nowhere to be seen. What's that lock? It wasn't there 2 days ago. This whole room is really giving off some strange vibes. Yeah, what is this as well? Did someone throw up on this? What do you think this yellowish poster is, Phoenix, right? It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually... A woman? I don't see any woman here. There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. Someone threw up on this. Eye attorney? I don't know. I couldn't say. I don't know the differences. I don't know anything about Somnium files. But who knows? Maybe there's overlap in this case. I'm not sure. It's not a different atmosphere. It's a different smell. It's gravy. Oh. What's the matter? This scroll, it's been completely covered in gravy. Yeah, the door has something to hide. There's an appetizing smell in the air. In Japanese, it's curry, I see. But gravy is a type of sauce, so when you run out of paint, you Americans use gravy as a substitute, I see. No one does that. For starters, it stinks. This must be the gravy that we had on the roast, with the roast on the night of the incident. Gravy, puke, what's the difference? Hopefully there are no gravy lovers in chat. But why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? Hanging scroll updated, okay. Touch to see before and after view under the check screen. Okay. Are we smack-talking gravy? One of the best things to delight a meal? Sarah was. Sorry to rat on you, Sarah. And Stefan is as well now. This scroll shows a picture of Misty Faye, master of the Kudain channeling technique, but why would anyone cover it in gravy? I can't make out what's drawn on the scroll at all. I'll never understand you Americans and your so-called artists. Artists? Yeah. Okay, why is there a psycho lock? This door. When I was here 2 days ago, that weird lock wasn't on it. Those chains, it's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen a lock quite like this before. I have. I've seen locks and chains just like this before. They look like the ones, yeah, that are in the Psycho lock. I wonder if this lock is guarding something too. Germany doesn't have artists confirmed? Can you confirm, Germans in chat? Great God, how are you? Welcome in on this beautiful Wednesday. What took you so long? I thought you'd... I thought even you'd manage to get here faster than this, Mr. Trite. Prosecutor Godot, I didn't know you were here. Prosecutor? How come you didn't show up to the trial today? Ha! I could ask you the same question. Huh? He's finally here! But I had a cold, so... Welcome in, Shiggy's Wiggy. I hope you were enjoying the VODs. Glad you were able to catch it. So will AJ go through 17 cups of coffee today? I don't drink coffee. But tea? I might have to do it in honor of him. I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The importance of which is something you have no hope of ever understanding. Enough. I believe I have the measure of you. You are the very worst kind of prosecutor. What could be more important than a trial? Ooh, I wonder. ... Who's the wild mare, Trite? This is Miss Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today. I love describing her as a wild mare. I guess I owe you one then. But you can go now, princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins. Oh dear. Just who do you think you are? This case is my... Hey, Philly. Know your role and shut your mouth. I can't stand women like you. I'm only going to say this once, Lady Von Whippingberg. Go home. Phoenix Wright! What are you hitting me for? You deserve more cracks of the whip than that, Trite. What? You still don't get it, do you? You don't realize that you've set something in motion that you'll never be able to undo. What is going on? There's something different about Godot today. I'm getting such a strong sense of something from behind that mask of his. Is it anger? Or is it sorrow? What is happening? So we've got Pearl's Franny interactions, perfect. We got Godot Franny interactions, perfect. We need Godot Edgeworth interactions now. Hey, I'd give that an easy 10, Sarah. Is it sorrow? Why didn't you show? You had some important business and that's why you weren't in court, huh? So what was it? I've told you before, but perhaps you don't remember. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Yeah, what is happening? This is like Fire Emblem Three Houses supports, but Ace Attorney? Yeah, it is. And I know the ones I'm most interested in. You see, Trite, I've experienced something most have not. Death. You died. Of course, being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. The meticulous regeneration and adjustment of all your internal organs is... Well, let's just say modern medicine allows us all to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. So you mean, that mask you wear is... this ugly device? I promise it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face. I didn't know. My eyesight is pretty messed up. What happened? Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Still, I keep this worn-out piece of junk of a body going with regular servicing. I'm sorry, but you say you experienced death. How is that possible? What happened? Why don't you ask him? Huh? Me? Yeah, Trite. You. You should know all about it. You know when my life ended, and who ended it for me. Well, Phoenix Wright, do you? I don't know what he's talking about. Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tug at the corner of my memory. I think I do know about how Godot was killed. It will all become clear in due time. Isn't that right, Trite? What? Earlier you said I've done something that I can never undo. Do you know, AJ? No! I haven't even spared a thought to think about it, though. So, maybe if I think about it, something will come to mind. What did you mean by that exactly? The inner temple here on this side of Dusky Bridge is an isolated Oh, wait. Oh, I think it's linked to Dahlia. Wait, no, is it linked to Dahlia? Because Phoenix and Dahlia... I don't know. We'll see. The inner temple here on this side of Dusky Bridge is an isolated island. That's what Sister Bikini said too. And I wonder, Trite, do you know what the police are doing here today? What do you mean? They're searching for any trace of an acolyte who went missing. I think they expect you to forget by this point. Cool. Yeah, I imagine it's linked to the Mia cases. I can't see how it wouldn't be, because he was there. Phoenix was in the first one as well. Dahlia, etc. But we'll see how it comes together. Missing. As leader of the search party, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Maya Fey is not on this side of Dusky Bridge. But that's impossible. She came here that night, and I won't say it again. Her chances of being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place. Where is that? Is that under the shaft? The Sacred Cavern, the entrance of which we're standing at right now. This is the only place that the search party has yet to explore. So they haven't searched that cavern yet, huh? Be aware, though, that the temperature inside frequently falls below freezing. Even if she were in there, the chances of her being found alive are slim at best. No. Which means, Trite, that you sent Maya Fey to her death. You fool. If that's the situation, why aren't you in there with the search party right now? You must have blinders on, my equestrian angel. Don't you see the big lock and chains? It's a trick lock. I'm making preparations to open it as we speak. I love all of them, Super Mona Man. The interactions are great. Well, Trite? Once again, a woman dies. Once again, a woman dies because of you. Once again? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all. 2 years? When was the first game? That wasn't much... When the last unfortunate woman died because of you. Because of me. And do you know who that was? It was Maya Fey's sister. Mia Fey. His ex, right? Mia? You killed her. No, that's not how it was. It was 2 years ago. Mia Fey was pursuing someone, a man. But she bit off more than she could chew. She made a very dangerous enemy. Yeah, that's one case I'll never forget, but I got that guy personally. Sure, Mia Fey's murderer was caught. It's basically a game a year timeline-wise. Yeah, so it's been 2 years. But that won't bring her back. Well, no, but you were with her at the time, you and no one else. It was your responsibility, you should have protected her. You say Mia Fey was your teacher. Well then, I'd say you've learned nothing, Trite. You robbed her of her life, and now... You've let her sister suffer the same fate. I haven't sentenced Maya to death, no. What is this peculiar-looking lock? Why don't we just break it open? It would be a simple matter of... I'm afraid we can't do that. This area has always been prone to earthquakes. The repeat tremors have weakened the foundations of the training hall. Any excessive force used to break open the lock would, well, let's just say the inner temple and the sacred cavern would be a thing of the past. Very well, then dare I suggest the obvious solution of opening it with a key? Ha. Sure, just show me where the keyhole is on this trick lock. There's a Magatama! It's a psycho lock! That's right, an interesting puzzle, eh? The person who set this lock is the only one who can open it. Then who was it? Simple, the accused. What, Iris? And this is kind of where I want to punch Godot. Much projection. Projection much, sir? I would never punch this dude, but yeah, I do sense that. Feeling some Godot Mia brewing inside my little heart. I love how he phrased it, considering he used to be Mia's partner, and Phoenix was at the time, and all that jazz. Yeah. I really want to know how all the puzzle pieces fit in here, and I'm definitely understanding why I won't be able to finish the game probably in this stream, because there's a lot we have to uncover. When an acolyte undergoes training inside the sacred cavern, the attending sister is responsible for locking the entrance. It's probably less X, more he ended up in this coma and then she died. But it was stated in the game that they were dating. Diego Armando and Mia. the game said that. Right? That's all I'm referring to. The night of the murder was no exception. Maya Fey was to train in there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They were dating, yeah. Yeah, I did say that. Yeah, that's all I was referring to. Reina, that's all I was referring to. Sister Bikini did mention it a number of times now that I mention it. Oh, if they count as an ex or not. Oh, I see. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's I guess that's down to your point of view. Yeah, in case one, that was it. She said that Iris was left in charge of supervising the early stages of the training. So Iris the accused is the only one who can open this lock. I've arranged for her to be brought here now. Iris is the only person who can open this lock. I hope she gets here soon. Hang on in there, Maya. We'll get you out. So, I should be getting back to work. Wait, Godot. How sure about Maya are you? There's no doubt in my mind. She's in the sacred cavern somewhere. It's the only place she could be. You better start praying. You'd better pray that friend of yours brings the accused back here soon. Edgeworth? Listen up, Trite. There's only one thing I want to say to you before I go. I'll never accept you. Never. You should choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix, right? That's what everyone says. It looks like I don't have much of a choice. I guess I'll just have to do what I can for now. It's an antique dresser. Don't you dare open it, Phoenix, right? What a pity. It's full of nothing but old clothes for the acolytes. I thought we weren't opening it. I'm from the prosecutor's office. I can do anything. You can do anything except stand up to a 9-year-old girl. Say that out loud, buddy. Say that out loud. Look at those wafer-thin mattresses. I'm sorry, Phoenix, right? Wafer-thin? Yeah, you know, thin like a wafer. In other words, uncomfortable. That's how we describe things like these mattresses. I guess you must say wafer-thick or something back in Germany. Not about these mattresses. Certainly not. Okay. I don't know, should I or shouldn't I? You know he hates him when Frenzy's because the friendliest one here, yeah. Sounds like someone's talking to himself, but where's that coming from? Yeah, I guess I better wash that off. That's what I'll do. No, but I can't do that. I'm a detective. Ah, my brain... this is driving me nuts. Is something troubling you, Scruffy? Please don't whip me like that all of a sudden, sir. It was merely a simple greeting, a friendly tap on the shoulder with my whip. What's up, Gumshoe? Is something on your mind? How did you know, pal? Perhaps you were trying to decide if you wanted to wash that off or not. How did you know, sir? Oh, yeah, I nearly forgot. You can't get through that little gate there, right? You mean the one that says no entry on it? I kinda already snuck up in there. Is he trying to be clever or something? So what's behind there, Scruffy? A kind of garden-like garden. A garden, yeah. Anyway, it's under investigation right now, so keep out. I'm not telling you. I'm asking you, pal. You got me? Isn't it normally the other way around? Well, see you later. So shall we adjourn to this garden, Phoenix, right? Of course. What else will we do? I really want to know what Gumshoe was thinking of washing off. The gravy? I don't know. That's the only thing that happened recently where something got stained. Garden? There's a strange feeling in the air. I wonder what it is. Forget about that. What's that strange writing on the stone lantern? It says Maya. It says Maya upside down. In red. Can future me get a high? I just finished you finishing case 4 and I got to see your thoughts on this whole case from the start. Future and present you get a high. Shiggy's Wiggy. What do you mean? That's Olo. Yeah. Danganronpa vibes big time. Ah, what are you doing here, sir? Oh, so that's what he was trying to wash off. 11037. What do those numbers mean? Don't you know, Scruffy, Avant Karma will always show up wherever there's a clue. And there are plenty of clues that can be found here. But... what's this? There's a charm or something poking out from the snow. It looks pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it, too. Apparently it belonged to the victim. To Miss Elise Donan? Yeah, there was a broken leather cord around the old lady's neck. Why'd I say old? Sorry, Elise. She doesn't look that old, I promise. The ends of the cords found on both the victim and on the charm match exactly. Sounds to me like... This is my favorite song. I think, in this game. One of them, at least. Like, top three at least. This little trinket is going to be my ticket to getting some very big answers. Alright. More than Godot? I was thinking of Godot. I was also thinking of Dahlia's as well, for being just bangers and very appropriate to the character. I was also thinking of one of the trial cases. There's trial tracks, sorry. Those are the ones that are, I think, my favorite. So-called free-thinking Alexander watchers when Banger starts playing. Yeah, this is definitely a garden-like garden. It certainly is a quaint little garden. Oh. What is this huge bowl here for? Oh, I know this one. It's a water bowl, isn't it? Everything else is completely frozen over, but the ice in this bowl has been broken. That's true. I wonder if this has any impact. Francisca's theme. I can't recall which one that isn't. Which one that is. I doused my face earlier with the water in this, as I was getting kind of sleepy. Excuse me, sir. Next time you're sleepy, you need only come to me, got it? Torches? There are a couple of torches here. I guess you need all the light you can up here in the mountains. I was looking at those things, pal. It looks like they've been lit pretty recently. Recently? How recent are we talking about? As recent as the night of the murder. Maya was training here on the night of the murder. It's not unreasonable to think these things were lit up at the time, I guess. Why was that going so slow? Okay, Oyum. What the heck is that? Oyum. Oyo. You spotted it, huh, pal? Are you kidding me? It couldn't be more obvious. I connect Great Revival with both Edgeworth and Francisca. I think Francisca's is a little different. Okay. I'm awful with the names since, like, I've never seen them outside of chat here and there. So I'll have to look it up to remember which one that is. It says Maya. Yeah, and before you ask, it's written in blood. Test the blood. You will answer all our questions now, Scruffy, without exception. Yes, sir. Well, this is odd. There's no snow on the ground here. Let me quickly save. Coordinate has always been my favorite. Yeah, both of those are two of my favorites too. Those are two of the ones I was thinking of. This game has my favorite detention center theme in the trilogy. I hope we go back there so I can recall it. This is odd. There's no snow on the ground, and it's an almost perfect rectangle. Couldn't have happened naturally. It appears as though someone has carefully cleared away the snow. No doubt it was you, huh, Scruffy? No, it wasn't me, sir. It was already like that when my men and I got here to start the investigation. If it wasn't the police, then who did it? There's something I need to tell you, just between the three of us, okay? What is it? It's top secret. You can't tell anyone, got it? Understood? Well, when I was a kid, I got knocked out of the local wrestling contest, you see? I was so disappointed, I just picked up my mouthguard and cried all the way home. Man, I got in so much trouble when I left it on the couch. Oh, a Fata Morgana? Okay. Then yes, I like that one a lot too. So why are you telling us this? Is that it? That's it. Whoever cleared the snow array must have had I love how we just sidestepped that. Although I can't even begin to know what the reason could be. Okay. So, Gumshoe? I love Dahlia's theme, and I love how the first time you hear it, you go, oh, it's so beautiful, and then when you hear it later in the game, it's like, oh no, her again, this is going to be tragic. I think it's really, the spin they put on it, it's like, it's a beautiful song, but because of the context of the character, it's like, I think I compared her to Umbridge a little bit. It's like, malevolently, overpoweringly sweet. Like toxic. Like there's a venom in that beauty, you know? It's perfect for Dahlia. How's the Inner Temple investigation going? We have the best forensic team in the world working the place. Forensic team? And what exactly was the outcome of this scientific study? Nothing. Scientifically speaking, this place is as clean as a whistle. That's simply not good enough, Scruffy. Do you think I'll let you get away with that? Uh-oh. Well, there were a couple of things that bothered me when I first got here, sir. That stone lantern and the surrounding area that's not covered in snow, correct? They looked kind of fishy to me, you know, scientifically speaking. So I got the lab boys to look them over. The results were... it's kind of hard to say, actually. I guess I better look into them myself. About Maya. Oh, did Mr. Godot tell you yet? Yes, we heard. We got a search party out looking for her, but there's nowhere else she could have disappeared to on that side of the Dusky Bridge. All we can do is wait for Mr. Edgeworth to get here, pal. Edgeworth? He's escorting Iris, the defendant, over here. We'll have to wait, since she's the only one who can open the door to the sacred cavern. I want to see those interactions, too. I think Mr. Edgeworth wants to talk to you about something, too, pal. Huh? I wonder what it is. Just don't be expecting any good news when you talk to him. When I spoke to him, Mr. Edgeworth sounded so down, I felt like I was drowning. Sounds pleasant. The Turnabout Sisters theme. All versions of it. I wish I wasn't so bad with associating songs with names. But basically every song's a banger, so... these letters are written in blood. The Maya Mio... Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, for sure. I love that one. What's worse is the victim's blood. This is Miss Donham's blood? We haven't done a detailed analysis, but it looks that way, pal. Most interesting. Phoenix Wright. I presume you know, don't you? Why Maya's name is written upside down. You know what? That was really bothering me, too. Turnabout Sisters goes do-do-do, do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do, do, do-do-do-do-do, do, do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh. Okay. Do-do-do. I know which one it is. I'm pretty sure I know which one it is. The Maya theme. One sec. Oh, yeah. All I had to do was remove my headphones for a second. It's the one that goes do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, right? That's the one? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I love that one too. You know what? That was really bothering me too, but I just came up with the answer. The result of my own special gumshoe investigation. Yeah, I like the do part as well. Really, do tell. Well, on the night of the murder, that stone lantern was upside down. Anyway, there's really only one logical explanation for this mystery. Miss Elise Donham wrote these letters herself, in her own blood. You must be joking, that's impossible. From the writing in the victim's blood and on the other clues left behind, it seems pretty likely that this garden was the scene of Miss Elise Donham's murder. At least that's our current theory on how the events took place, pal. What? So we're finishing the case today, right? I have doubts now, given what people have said to me and given how this seems to be progressing. But we'll see. We'll see. So Miss Donham was killed here. However you want to look at it, that's what people are saying now. Then what Sister Bikini saw in the courtyard at the main temple was... What was it? If that wasn't the scene of the crime, what did she see? What do you think, Miss Von Karma? Surely a special gumshoe investigation would reveal the answer, no? Wait a sec. The bloody... I love that. I read the whole wiki and now really want to watch, so selfishly I hope you don't. I mean, if there's like 6 to 7 hours left, there's no chance. So you can join me, so then you can join on the Monday. Wait, you spoiled yourself, Hannah? I just booked that. You checked what's gonna happen in the plot. Oh no. Oh. The giant stone lantern was upside down. I guess a superhero stopped by. Do you want to know if we think you're gonna finish this case? I already know what you guys think. I think that you guys all think I'm not gonna do it today, which is fine. It was accidental, but once I realized I'd read, I gave it a skim. Ah, I see. Someone could have easily set all that up after the murder, right? Yeah, I think anything is possible with enough determination. The Gurren Lagann philosophy? Perfect. So there are two outcomes here. Either one, I follow the Gurren Lagann philosophy, and Hannah has to watch the VOD, or two, I adhere to the take it nice and easy and slow and coffee and Godot vibes, and don't finish it today. And Hannah can watch it, the end of it, Monday. Are you willing to go long to finish the case? I'm willing to go long, but not double length. Coffee and Godot vibes for sure. Yeah, guys, so please, I mean, I've already gotten the idea, but I'd rather not know how much time is left, if possible. But that's not an option, pal. Why not? How quickly you forget, Mr. Phoenix, right? Why'd I say Mr.? Ever since the incident occurred, this place has been completely inaccessible, because Dusky Bridge was completely burned out. I was overseeing repairs to the bridge the whole time. No one came over here before me and my men, which means no one could have planted all this stuff here, pal. I can't think of a counter to that. I knew it. I should have washed the blood off the lantern as soon as I got here. No! If this really was the scene of the crime, then I need to figure out exactly what it was that Bikini actually saw. Yeah, I always take my time. I'm definitely not going to rush. I was being... when I said determination, I just meant continually. Hopefully it doesn't ever seem like I'm rushing, because I'm never rushing through this game. Or anything, really. Present... Except certain anime that I don't enjoy as much, and just want to finish. Okay, here... God. Cool, Offie Burger, that's great to hear. Absurd amount of free time? Those are the best type of jobs. Well, if you like that sort of thing. Well, glad to hear it. It seems you have a visitor. Mr. Wright. Iris, I'm really glad to see you. You don't manage to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency. Not him again. Never mind him. We've got to hurry and unlock the sacred cavern. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. It's my fault someone so important to you is locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later? What was the conversation about? Alright, let's hurry to the inner temple then. I'll see you later, Wright. Damn straight, hold it. Wait, Edgeworth, I'm coming with you guys. Sorry, Wright. I can't allow you to come with us. What? I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Maya Fey is in a rather delicate position. What do you mean by a delicate position? This isn't simply a rescue operation, right? It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere. Come on, Edgeworth. If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand, right? What is going on? What is happening? I gotcha, Offie Burger. Do you also sometimes get the sense of having to finish a show you started even though you're really not enjoying it? I often have a really hard time dropping shit I really hate for some reason. No, so I was being, I should have clarified. When I said that, I was being kind of tongue-in-cheek. I don't usually persist with a show if I don't want to finish it. Like, my rule of thumb is, I drop things much more liberally now, and my rule of thumb is, if I'm watching an anime, and I find myself looking at the amount of time left and kind of going, there's still 15 minutes left or whatever, that's the time to drop it, you know? At that point, like, life is so full of things and priorities and stuff you need to do, and stuff to enjoy. At that point, it's not worth it. But it's Maya, Mr. Right. All that matters is that Mystic Maya is rescued, correct? Any examples of that, or would you rather keep to yourself? I have some examples that I would rather keep to myself, because people get angry at me. But no, you guys are always really nice, so I don't have that fear with you guys. But like Twitter, I wouldn't share it with. Something most recently would be like, ow, Ashy, yeah, that's a good example. This investigation so far is so cool. I feel like we're getting answers, but also more questions. Yeah, every answer we get is like 2 more questions. All that matters is Mystic Maya's rescued, correct? I listen to the voice of reason for a change, Phoenix, right? From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off limits. We'll be going, excuse us. This is no time to be standing around, Phoenix, right? Would Bebop be that for you? No. I gave it an 8. An 8 is something that I consider to be very good. Now, there were individual episodes that I found were kind of boring. But as a whole, the show for sure is 100% worth my time. It's just not something I love as much as most people do. Aren't there any other things that demand your attention? She's right. Thanks for reminding me. There we go. Oh, Franny. Sister Bikini looks like she shrunk since I last saw her. Don't be so rude, Phoenix, right? It really depends, Sam. What's wrong, Sister Bikini? Some 7s are worth it. Some are like, that was nice, but you know, I would have maybe wanted to spend my time doing something else, even if it was still enjoyable, you know? It really depends. Yeah, I'm really enjoying how they layer questions and intrigue and hooks, Offie Burger. Like it's you jolt into it, it's a strong start, and then with Edgeworth, not to say the rest isn't strong, but you know, then we go with Edgeworth and it kind of slowly ramps up and we have the trial, little bits of intrigue, and then here it's just building steadily again. What about media that get better after a time, like FF14? I only do that if I see promise in it, and if I've been overwhelmingly assured that that is the case, Dark Kebabs. But I'm not going to go through something that I see no promise in whatsoever. But with FF14, even if I wasn't enjoying ARR a ton, there was lots of promise I felt in the world building, in the premise. I love the localization, for example, as well. Hello, YouTube. How are you doing? Waha. From the sound of that sigh, I guess she's still pretty down. Iris was just here, you know. She was accompanied by that handsome crimson-clad prince. Is she talking about Edgeworth? It was just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it was all my fault that this happened. Poor Iris, she was worried about my back, would you believe? What have I done to her? Only what you had to do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified about what you saw. There's no shame in that. Salted Jums, you can check out my anime list, because there's a score guide on there. It directly explains what a 10 out of 10 is for me. Oh, so yeah, I like that respect there. Thank you, Sarah. And we'll see to it that your testimony wasn't made in vain. I don't hear anyone else saying that. Mr. Bluesuits doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see. Thank you for the hydrate. You did great, Sister Bikini. Absolutely spectacular. You two are the only ones who said that to me. I can't shake the feeling that I just became a shill to a shrew. Do you have a problem, Phoenix Wright? Sure, she was brave enough to testify so truthfully like that. But I know she's still hiding something. I guess it's time to break those psycho locks of hers. Is it? Okay. Is it actually, though? Thank you, Greenfool, for the, 6-month sub, resub. Half a year. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I love seeing the 6th and 7th month resubs, because those are the OGs. And hopefully will continue to be. Thank you so much. If you want to put that towards a goal, please let us know. And there was a question. What's your opinion on the last few episodes of ROK? Do you mean Ranking of Kings? I know some people had a problem with them. If you mean Ranking of Kings, I haven't watched past episode 12 still. So I have no opinion on them. Okay, so... And I have not seen BoJack Horseman, but I've been told by lots of people, IRL friends and online friends, that I'd like it. So I definitely have it on the list for an essay video. You got it. I like how people being truthful in their testimonies happens so rarely that Bikini gets praised for it. Yeah, like literally, just not committing perjury is the level we have here. Is the level we have for that sort of praise, right? I really want to watch BoJack. I've heard it's really good, and Aaron Paul's in it, from what I remember. Yeah, I wish Mal had 0.5s as well. No, that wasn't a spoiler at all, Feathery. No worries. No worries. But yeah, I do plan to pick it up again. I just stopped, and I didn't stop enjoying it. But I just stopped for some reason. Elijah, how are you? Okay, we're doing the Psych Lock. Right in time for some... I guess this is the moment where I have to be put on a little bit of a big brain cap. Aaron Paul has a cameo in Breaking Bad. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Ranking of Kings gets even better around that point. Yeah, with really divisive stories, I tend to... It honestly... For really divisive either characters or stories, oftentimes I tend to really love it. Or really see value in it, you know? It doesn't always hit, but that's what makes me excited for stuff like that. Cool, Elijah. Hope you're able to release it today. Oh, speaking of which, anyone who's interested in the One Piece videos, I made major progress. That'll be coming to Patreon really soon. So, it's the longest one yet, for sure. Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Miss Elise Donim had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity. Oh, okay. I see what he's getting at. Okay. What on earth are you talking about? She was... Mystic Elise was an author. Just an author of picture books. To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her. Yeah, my brain was not working in that direction, but I see it now. Suspicions? Yes, but I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. This is so cool. This is cool. This is awesome. This is something that's connecting all the way back to the first game. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves Miss Donim's true identity. I was gonna say the hood, but that might actually not be it. The staff? It could be the staff. And yeah, Elijah, lots of people have told me this case is peak, and it's... I mean, I guess I'm like halfway through it, but it's had a hell of a start so far. The ball... I don't think it would be the sphere, so I think it's either the staff or the talisman. This proves Miss Donim's true identity. I think the talisman's probably more indicative of her being a part of this. Sorry, let me see what Smoody said. What could it mean? Very hype patch face. This game does so much with the Faye family lore, or like their culture. So, I think that Elise is... there may or may not be a reason that she's being referred to as Mystic. She may or may not be a Fae. If you call him one. This case solidified Godot to me as the best antagonist in the series and one of my favorites in fiction. I adore him. I consider him one so far, for sure. I think Edgeworth used to be one, but after what's happened lately, I can't say that Edgeworth really feels like an antagonist anymore. Miss Donham had this charm with her at all times. Where did you... This isn't some cheap good luck charm either. That's really cool, Wolfman. That's really awesome, thank you. What do you think it is, Mr. Wright? What could a talisman like that possibly mean? It's a talisman, is it? Interesting. This thing speaks volumes about who Miss Donham really was. This talisman and one other item unequivocally prove Miss Donham's true identity. So I don't think it's a crystal ball. It's not this. It's none of these. I think it's probably the staff. Not this, not this. I don't think it's this. The magic bottle. Yeah, I think the same, Elijah. Oh, do I... Wait, actually, hold up. Because this shows her. But is that proof? Because it just shows the picture. Is Phoenix going to explain that properly? True identity? I think it would have to be this, because this doesn't confirm. This doesn't unequivocally prove it. This and this kind of hint at it. I think this is... Oh, wait. Let me check this again. Magatama. What's that red thing on the bottom? I think it might be this. Because why else would it be covered like that? If someone needs to cover that up? I'm starting to think it's not the staff. Nice. The painting is obscured by the gravy stain at the moment. But this scroll shows the master of the Kudain channeling technique. The crest at the top is a sign of that honorable title. The very same crest that adorns the talisman that the victim carried with her. This crest is reserved for the master of Kudain. Who on earth told you that nonsense? I have no idea what you're talking about. The new master Maya Fey told me. What? You mean that acolyte is Misty Faye's daughter? How are so many little plot elements connecting like this? This is crazy. Are you sure? Like, and then Godot? Yes, in fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Faye's sole successor. Mystic Misty. Oh. That's all it took, eh? Elise Donham. Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago. When she showed me the talisman with that mark on it, well, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all. What is the significance of the talisman, sister? The Kurain talisman? It's a symbol of the Master of Kurain. The bearer must carry it with them always until their death. Almost as good as an on guard autograph? Almost. Not quite. Until their death. So Elise Donan was really Maya's mother, huh? She was Misty Fade, the master of the Kurain channeling technique. The truth comes out at last. It looks like we're making some headway here. Yeah, so much of that case is not what we expected it to be. And I do love that, like, it's obvious to be when I know they're related. It's obvious to me when I know they're related, but it's not such the first-time player that Maya and Elise are related. Yeah, I wasn't, like, you guys saw my moment of realization. That was way later than the hints were being poured on. Tell me, sister, after 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now? Because something happened that called her out of hiding. What happened? Well... Oh dear. Oh dear. Edgeworth? Someone watch Edgeworth. Gumshoe? Or Iris? Iris? No, not Iris. Earthquake. Oh my goodness, the inner temple, this kind of tremor might... The inner temple? The sacred cavern in the training hall, it might very well cave in. What? Maya! They removed the scene in the anime? Why? It seems to have passed... Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing. Let's go. What? Where? To the inner temple, of course. Where else? Sister Bikini, we'll finish this later, all right? Of course. You run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready. Come on then, Phoenix Wright. They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Thank you. Right at the moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's all right. I love that moment. I love that little flash. You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? Hell yeah, he is. Come on, let's go. Oh, wait. Oh, no, sorry. Oh. Right. Ah, what are you doing here? How could I have... How do you expect us to understand if you don't speak up? Why am I the one getting whipped? She's gone. No. The defendant, Iris, she's gone. Gone where? She fled. She escaped. What? The earthquake would have been the perfect opportunity for that. So it was just now, during the... It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness. His fear of earthquakes. I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes, and I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. I can't believe I let it happen. Right, the inner temple area is a dead end, so she could have only escaped to this side. We haven't seen her. Then we need to get a manhunt underway now and search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth. Have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous, why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape it but to cross... No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake. Then you think Iris might have gone to the inner temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth, I'm sure she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right. Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall's sacred cavern now. Alright, let's go. Fortunately, the sacred cavern hadn't caved in, but what we found was something none of us could have ever expected. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. What's happening? How can there be even more locks? What's the meaning of this? Iris? Iris, please tell me. What the hell is going on? What? What? Right, is this what Godot was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped, and I know there was at least one lock when I last came here. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks? Yes, if only I was stronger. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Asking him how he's feeling? Like you're one to talk with your face all green. Asking him how he's feeling while his face is all green. Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. And I love the nice little subtle bit of affection here from Franziska. Don't be ridiculous, I'm perfectly... There's no telling what sort of mistakes you can make in your current state. Go and get rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in a corner of that garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. Interesting that she's saying that. I love that she's saying that. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems like that this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? Not at all. The prosecutor interactions are super good, Offie. Well, I guess I already saved, but... Why did you make a run for it, Iris? I'm sorry. I heard the Inner Temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried I just had to come and see. Yeah, pride being a very ambiguous word. I agree, Gansey. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cavern was all right, but what? Then I saw these chains here. The hype is undoubtedly rising, Super Mona Man. I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cavern's door, and who in the world would do something like this? These trick locks are a sacred treasure of the Kudain tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why the only person That's why only the person who set the lock can open it. And you aren't the only one who set these locks. I don't think it's that simple, Franziska von Karma. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. Do you notice parallels between Phoenix and Battler? Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. But now somehow there's 5 of them. What does that mean? It means that someone wanted to secure this place even more, and they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure that Maya couldn't get out. That means that Iris can only open one of these locks. The first one. Yes, that's correct. What? Iris, try to think, please. Oh, sorry, one sec. Isn't there any way around this? One sec, sorry. Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove them, but it will take some time, won't it? Yes, about a day if I had to guess. A whole day. Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can. What is going on with her? We've got to wait another day. Hang in there, Maya. We have to call on your inner strength now. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. And what might that be, Phoenix, right? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at Hazakura Temple at the time of the incident. But you were seen that same evening at the Inner Temple. And then you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hazakura Temple, too. Being spotted in both Hazakura Temple and the Inner Temple, it's as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. I knew it. There's something going on here that we don't know about. Okay. I don't imagine that we can do that now. I'm finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break these locks, so I should try to gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and Pearls. Garden? Edgeworth's in the garden? The cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. Unlimited coffee works? Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. Mutter, mutter, how could I have done that? Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? He's really shaken up. Don't you dare run away. What do you want, right? What do I want? If you came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? Oh, no. I was wondering if you were here for that bit of dialogue, Hannah. Seeing how Ace Attorney influenced series like Umineko and Fata Morgana now that I've experienced them all is great. My favorites all having influence on each other. That's always really cool when they integrate in that way. You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes, and thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Something terrible. You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime, that's why. You mean because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely you don't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect, Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? So, I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, though thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, when we were school kids at the same elementary school, Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse. I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happened. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now, and that case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there, but it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright. There's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake, and not after you saved me. Wow. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so no more of this self-pity, okay? Wow. Beautiful conversation. Beautiful conversation there. That was amazing. There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I feel like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait, not somewhere. I feel like I'd seen her in court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for her file? Yes. I checked over every case file I've ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before 6 years ago. 6 years ago. It was my first appearance in court. And as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So who is she? I'm sorry, Wright. I can't give that information away to a member of the general public. Why not? It might be the crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple, and neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. I don't know if I can do that yet. Let's just see what happens when I present that. Apparently, Iris was taken in by the sisters here at the temple when she was a child. We still don't know much about her past, so we're looking into it. That reminds me, Edgeworth went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look up some stuff on her. I should ask him. Oh, we already asked him that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's weird that there's no one around all of a sudden. It sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again. Okay. I think we will find him there. Oh! Mr. Nick! Pearls! What are you doing here? Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Well, we don't know yet. I see. Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry, this is the loser shack where losers get together to lose themselves. This is the what? We find comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that? Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Lawrence did a picture of me. That's, great, Pearls. We're going to gather firewood now. Yeah, Franny's not with us anymore. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. That sounds beautiful. Stay out of our way. I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down. Oh, Mystic Maya. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? I've got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now with Pearl, two losers cooking potatoes together forevermore. What am I going to do with him? Alright then, what do you think about this picture, Pearls? I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing. Cute. See, someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know? It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream, a wonderful fantasy. Okay. No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew. I'm telling you, Iris really flew that night. But Mr. Loris... Not you too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase, I beg of you. I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. Okay, so I was half asleep when I was here that night. But I was wide awake after the lightning struck. And I saw what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in this picture, and it looks like I don't have any choice but to take the sketch at face value. What's with the look of doubt on your face? Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you, and what exactly were you doing when it all happened? I'm just a kid, you know? I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick? Sorry, Pearls, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Miss Donham's room, reading a book together. But Miss Donham was murdered, and you, Pearls, were at the Inner Temple. Pearls the murderer, I guess, yeah. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearls? Are you a back, stomach, or side sleeper? Like a mix of side and stomach. Like, on my back, but kind of a little twisted onto the stomach, on my right side. The chicanery reference. Thank you, Alfie Burger. Always, there's never a bad time for a chicanery reference. I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick. Oh my, another? Another 5? I've been a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished. Punished? What are you talking about, Pearls? My spiritual power has disappeared. Her powers have disappeared. What do you mean her powers have disappeared, Pearls? It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint. Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps. Yeah, I like that too, Tompiet. Yeah, they surrounded her with the locks. I do like that. Way to go, Nick. You made her cry. That was really cool of you. Just as I thought. I'm gonna have to break her psych locks to get the truth out of her. Huh. So... Heavenly Hall, Inner Temple... I wonder if Sister Bikini's back at the main hall yet. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. Oh no. Oh no, Sam. Why? Why? Oh dear. Oh. Well, what's the damage? How's the sacred cavern? It looks like it survived. But we have bigger problems now. I told... New alert? Which bit/dollar value should it be for? It can't be 69 or 420. Because those are already taken. 690? I could do 690. I told Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cavern. Oh no. But who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Kudain tradition. We have Iris at the Sacred Cavern, trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about, Sister Bikini. We were in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yes. You were telling me about how the Master of Kudain disappeared 17 years ago. Yeah, so if you guys want to add a quote to the quote bot, just tell one of the mods and they can do it. And for mods, it's ! Quote, add, and then the quote. I think we just have 2 so far. I want to know why Misty Faye suddenly disappeared at this temple. It was about a week ago when Mystic Misty arrived, and she showed me the talisman that proved she was a master. After she showed that, she said, it's, Sarah, I think it should be quote, space ad, and then the quote. I think that's what it is. Someone is trying to destroy the Kudain Tradition's main family line. I am here to put a stop to them. Who's trying to destroy it? Iris? Someone's trying to destroy the main family line. There's only one heir to the title of Master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes a new Master of Kudain, and her daughter's the main family. All other mediums become branch family members with no hopes of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have... I gotta go, may you not finish the game? Jokes have fun? I won't finish it. There's no chance. Have fun, Hannah. I'll see you in your stream after I'm done, and I hope you enjoy the bits of cindered shadows that you do. Is the power of the Master worth this much bloodshed? Junko time. You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real. Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the Mass-to-Mass case, and during Maggie Bird's trial, too. There you go, perfect. We got 3 quotes now, all of which fill me with shame. No, two of which fill me with shame. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always been able to help me out when I needed her the most. The Kudain technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean, the ability to commune with the dead, that's true psychic power. Members of the tradition have always been there, behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill? Oh, we had to do the BDSM, right? I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now. Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? Ho ho ho, you're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see. All because of one little mistake. A mistake? What mistake? It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is? I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago. That's right. So it was you who was on the who's the defense attorney on that case. The music? A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer, and the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother. The name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action, but that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the Kudain tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Kudain village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Misty's powers were a sham. I think so, Strongest Link. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth. Misty Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Kudain tradition is starting to recover at last. But with a new master wielding the power of the clan. Does she mean Maya? The spiritual power of the Kudain channeling technique is in the blood. Maya's told me the exact same thing. That is impressive, Tom Piet. It's impressive. It's obviously impressive to have these connections planned out from the start, but it's that level of improvisation to make them come together like this when it wasn't planned in the first place. There's definitely a great amount of skill to it. We, the women of the Fae clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because of the power to communicate with spirits flowing strongly within us, or through us. According to Maya, only the women in her family can inherit that power. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Amy, but with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. And the ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right, it's always the cause of the tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too. Mia. I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course, she became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother, and I lost her life as a result. And lost her life. I don't know why I said I. That's right, Stefan, yeah. Yeah, it was all due to that misunderstanding or misinterpretation. Oh, that's from the wiki. So it worked, but the spirit falsely accused Yanni Yogi, thinking it could only have been him. Do you know what Mystic was rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. Mia said this. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. That's right, Misty Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the Master's seat from her. Oh. Mystic Morgan. Oh, okay. Right. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, Kudain Village. What she did was terrible. It was also she could make her own daughter the next master. I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter... then you must have already realized that Iris... Iris? What's she got to do with any of this? Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. So she's Pearl's... Oh. Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Oops, I thought you already knew. It sounded like you'd met, one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have, I know her very well. Oh? Yes, Pearl's Faye. But I always thought she was an only child. You jest. That child, she's Mystic Morgan's... I had no idea. Mystic Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she? Remember Morgan's final words from 2-2? No. My memory is not that good, unfortunately. What were they? But she's in prison now, isn't she? Yes, ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. Is this putting a new layer on Morgan's... why Morgan did that? What? Whoa. This is crazy. I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Yeah, so, again, spoiler warning. I'd rather not know what to expect about what's coming up, just so you guys are aware. Thanks for the reminders. See ya, Shadow Roamers. Hope you enjoy the VOD, and have a good time at work. And that was, I agree, that was really cool imagery, how Morgan was in the shadows there. She had 3 daughters, not 2. What? 3? Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Pearl. What? Oh no! I've been... Oh no! I've been blaming... Oh jeez. Twin sister! Oh, didn't you know? It all happened 20 years ago. After the clan leadership was taken by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Kudain's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her in the village, taking their twin daughters with him. How awful. He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. Oh my god. Oh. Iris could be really sweet. She could just be this really sweet person. And I've been unfairly judging her. He decided to give one of his girls up, to be looked up after by us here at the temple. That was Iris. If Iris has a twin sister, could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris' sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All that I recall is that her father was a jeweler. Well, that's a clue, I guess. A jeweler. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearls had 2 older sisters, huh? That's right. No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin sisters were taken from her by her jeweler husband, but even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls. It seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. It was able to break free of the bars that confined her. Or that confine her. So Iris has a twin sister. The plot thickens, but this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. Okay. Doesn't seem to have any spiritual power. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't either, Soul Samurai. Damn, Sam, do you just come up with these on the fly? If so, very impressive. You might remember that Dahlia... yes. Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne's father was a jeweler. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Let's just check everything. Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that they're humming? Thank you for the follow, Tassie. Oh, I see. I thought that was a reference to something. Okay, I see. I shall be patient. A chance will present itself. Your time, it will come. Okay. Best of luck, Ramuki. In all honesty, it'll be okay. I'm sure it'll be okay. Getting wisdom teeth removed, it puts you out for a few days, but it's not the biggest. Like, people, at least for me, I can only speak from experience, but for me it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it would be. But good luck nonetheless. Okay. So wait, how does he sing this? How does it go? I don't know how you would sing these words. No motive, no crime. No motive, no crime. Oh, it was fine? Nice. Yeah, I got them all out at once. I got both sides out at once. I was done. I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases we lost along the way. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into... Oh yeah, that was Bob Marley. Into reggae. Every case is gonna be all airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Hey, pal. Who, me? How long have you been there? I just got here. Okay. So what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon. That turned out to be a false lead, the Shichishito. I'm giving him my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter. It doesn't have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? Letter. About that letter, don't mind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon, and all I find is some burnt-up old letter. Be careful. Once night, it should be there. As soon as you hear the lightning bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. That is not burnt. That is not useless. It was in that incinerator right outside of the inner temple. This is important. This is important. I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. But after the incident, the snow had melted away, which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? I've got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. I bet it's got no relation to the case. Spirit mediums. Can we read that? It's gotta be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. I better give it a good looking over and some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done, pal. Littering's a crime, pal. Yeah, Gumshoe. Be careful. Once night falls, should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell... I thought I said lightning. You must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Her name is... She is our... all... the whole... Here is a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is... burn the... Also make... Sure you don't tell anyone about this letter, I guess? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades. And bring our vengeance to fruition. I'd like to believe that too, Oliver. That letter. Yeah, someone didn't do a great job of burning it, true. So what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? It wasn't the Shichishito that was found impaled in the victim's body. He proved that Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today. That's true. In which case, it must have been another blade, and that's when... and that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? Yeah. And man, is it tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We've got the feather forensics in our cap these days. The feather of forensics. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? Oh. Let's do the investigation first. How's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the Inner Temple Garden. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ. You mean... the metal detector? Ooh, the metal detector? I don't have the details, pal. All I know is if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, we're going to be faced with an ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? You got me, I don't know. They're not my words, pal. Then who said it? Mr. Godot. What did he mean by that? What's this secret weapon of yours? You want to know? You've got to think scientifically, okay? Alright, the murder weapon was a sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Any questions so far? No. I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart. So what's the perfect tool for the job? The metal detector. Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. You want to give scientific investigation a go? But what about the dog? What about the dog? I want the dog. Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe or not? Yeah, sure. Come on, pal. It's good fun, I'm telling you. All right, then. I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. They're the absolute best. It's so sensitive you can make it cry. It's so high-tech you could skydive off of it. I don't get these metaphors. Oh, bother. So, I'm going to tell you how to use it. The real weapon's here. Turn it on. Yeah, okay. Right, it's the same thing as before. That's auto-advancing. That's weird. Oh. That Shichishito next to the golden statue wasn't the real murder weapon, pal. Yeah, I know. I thought I'd check it out anyway. That reminds me, what do you know about that sword? It's supposed to represent the multiple branches of that life can take, all ending as one. I heard something about that. I'm so sorry to hear that, Darrow. I'm glad it's behind you, but that must have been very tough. What kind of life I'd be leading had I not joined the homicide division? You think about that kind of stuff, detective? Of course I do. I think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, detention officer, Blue Badger. There's something to be said about the humor value of Gumshoe as the Blue Badger. Paths? It all connects. It doesn't look like there's anything here. Hey, pal. Oh, okay. Oh, but there was red. There we go. Miss Donham's staff, isn't it? I didn't get the second one. It's so high-tech you could skydive. Oh, it's so high up. Okay, I didn't get the second one. Thank you, Strongest Link. Thank you so much for the 5-month resub. Mr. Wolfos, thank you so much. Really appreciate the consistent support. Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood, and the goals as usual. Thank you very much. But the detector is reacting to it. Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector is to find metal where you can't see it? It's weird that this thing is causing a racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off. Examining evidence is a job for the... The top is coming off. Look what you've done. You've damaged a really important piece of evidence. I agree, Reina. Gumshoe is very adorable. Oh. That's a sword. Inside the staff, could it be the murder weapon? Oh crap. Oh, no, crap. Sorry guys. I've never guessed that there would be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. They call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot. I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. If the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden, then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Who knows about this hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. You discovered? FF10? Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. As they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood. Then I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. It's about the same length as the Shichishito, too. This might be the murder weapon, or this must. I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gonna be some traces of blood left, even if most of it's been wiped off. See you later, pal. Interesting how they use Bob Marley's music with this in the background. Wait up, detective. What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know? You're going to get that staff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while? What are you talking about, pal? Please. Just until we find Maya. Maya? What's this got to do with her? I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh yeah, you're right. This wasn't a Bob Marley reference in the original script, but like, what I mean is that it's interesting that they chose it to be it in the localization. I was making a comment about the English localizers more so than the music choice. Sorry. Did I say that right? Either way, whatever. It's an interesting choice. What was said here? I like how the game just said, Misty Fade died, so we're playing the Ace Attorney 1 OST now. This case is really, it is really strange. I really like it though. I'm replaying Ocarina of Time, but the older version this time, and God, I wish I could skip the text without skipping it all to the end. Yeah, the text speed is very slow in Ocarina of Time. Yeah, for sure, Darrow. Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and, well, we don't know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel. You don't think Maya's been murdered? Please, detective, let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern. You're looking kind of Viridian there. Okay, just stop it with that face, pal. One thing, though. The staff's secret trick, let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff, you got it? Okay, now you take good care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. Don't worry. She'll be fine. Gumshoe. You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal? Sure, thanks. I can't help but wonder, though. What was Elise Donim doing with a staff like this in the first place? That was a really nice moment. That was a really nice Gumshoe moment. Wait. Okay. So where else do we go? I love pasta. I love Italian food. Move. Bridge? Move. All? I was expecting Larry and Pearls to be here. I guess they've gone to collect firewood. Okay. Check later? Oh, sorry. Sorry, Elijah. Yeah, I didn't see. Say one nice thing about a story, or a character or story? Sauron. Sauron isn't a really, they aren't a very human character as much of a force of nature, right? So, plot-wise, I mean, that speaks for itself, mechanically. But I think that, if anything, the imagery is just eternally iconic, and it's just embedded itself into folklore, or into pop culture, you know? I think the imagery of it and how it was adapted and how it was presented is the most effective thing about it. And that's really all that was needed for this context, right? So I'd say the imagery. The Eye of Sauron imagery and everything. Also, the bits we see of him. Okay. Training hall. Say one nice thing about Larry Butts. his moment where we find out that he was the one who originally stole the money. That was a very good moment. It's very cool, Oliver. So what is... What do we do now? Talk. So we have the Psycho Locks. Is there anything to present to him? Okay. Oh. Okay, let's present that to Iris. I like Psycho Locks better, Snarkies. Fine, Francisca, fine. Damn it. Thank you for the hydrate. I do agree with that, Ramuki. Okay. I don't know what to do now. Temple Gate. I mean, just... They were collecting firewood. Yeah, so nothing there. No hints just yet. Oops, crap, sorry. I just need to double check that I've checked everything. Main hall? Okay. Well, so all my things have been narrowed down, so I assume that I can unlock the only Psycho Lock available to us now. So let's try that. My top 3 Nintendo franchises? The Legend of Zelda? That's an easy one. If I'm doing 3, let's go this... I guess Mario, but that's so broad, but Mario's the easy one. Legend of Zelda, Mario, and... Pokemon, obviously. Pokemon's first. Xenoblade counts as a Nintendo franchise, doesn't it? Yeah. Yep. Specifically when I mentioned Mario, well, there's a lot of Mario games I love. The ones I love the most are Paper Mario 1 and 2, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy. I like Super Paper Mario a hell of a lot as well. Animal Crossing, no. I adore the first Animal Crossing, and I really like Wild World. After that, not a big fan, to be honest, unfortunately. Yeah, Xenoblade is not in my top 3 Nintendo series, no. If I loved Xenoblade 2, it probably would be in for a shout, but I don't. Yeah, very not a fan of the Mario and Luigi series. I am, but I don't love it like I do Paper Mario and the other ones I mentioned. I'd recommend checking out my tweets about it, Sam. I tweeted a bunch. I tweeted like a whole final closing thoughts sort of thing about it when I finished it like 3 or 4 years ago. Oh, the music in Xenoblade 2 is amazing. Amazing. It's one of my favorite soundtracks ever. One of my favorite settings ever as well. Okay, let's try the Magatama. Save? Did I save? I guess I did. Earthbound would count, yep, for sure. Okay. Big brain time engaged, perhaps? Hopefully? The night of the crime. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing that night. You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth? Oh wow, Sarah, you found it? Thank you so much. Smash Bros. Yeah, the thing with Smash Bros though is I love it. It would be one of my favorite media if I loved playing it as much as I loved watching it. But I just love it as a spectator esport, you know? So it's a bit different. But if that counts, then it would be definitely in the conversation. Just a little bit below those three, but definitely in the conversation. That's where I was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too, but I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. That was... Bikini, right? I think it was Bikini. Yes, I think that's her. Nice. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini. Her testimony in court today was very clear. This is my design. Those are really good, Elijah. I always love those segments. That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple. But, well, as you see, my back likes to act up violently. Yeah. Iris was there, and I went back to the temple. Tora, yes, Jamun. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So, the whole situation with her being in a different... It's so interesting now that there's a twin element here. So you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple on the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The Acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple, so I would have left at about 9:40. I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you. Are you a melee or ultimate guy? I enjoy both, but melee. Melee is just my thing. I will never stop adoring melee. But ultimate, if there's an ultimate tournament on a weekend, I'll definitely spend my time to watch it. I enjoy it a lot. Now, you say that you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m., but what you say doesn't add up with this. Yeah, so... There was something about the was it this? Testimony, maybe? Whether... Maybe it was the testimony? What does the testimony say? Iris rang the lights out bell at 10 and then was there in her room until the murder was discovered. Yeah, that's a direct contradiction, right? I'd say I like it a decent bit better, Sam. Probably a decent bit better. It was definitely the most powerful and focused in terms of the effect it had on me, I guess. Nice. You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 that night. Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's that? Me. Mr. Wright, we even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten. That's right, I remember. Oh, plenty, Gansey. Plenty in particular. There's so many interesting personalities throughout Melee and playstyles. J-Mook has been awesome lately. I love his rise. My favorite is Mango, but I really like Hungrybox. I liked Armada so much when he played. Amsa, Axe. I love Mewtwo King when he played. I like Zane as well. I have a friend who was curious about your Xenoblade 2 opinions as he likes it more than most, hence why I asked. Okay, your friend could always ask me as well. I don't bite, but yeah, no worries. DMs are open. Twitch is always open. Who's the melee goat? Mango. Years ago when Armada retired, it was Armada. But you got to give Mango credit for consistently winning for 4 or 5 more years, right? Sorry. And that brings us to another puzzling fact. Iris. Yeah, no worries, Sam. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Yep, there's the twin thing I mentioned. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the Inner Temple. Second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. There were 2 of you. Twin hijinks. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time, which means there must have been 2 of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris. What do you think of H-Box? Yeah, like I said, he's one of my favorite players. People think Jigglypuff's boring, etc. Say what you like, and that some find H-Box's personality obnoxious. Say what you like, the melee scene wouldn't be nowhere near as interesting without him. And I'm a fan. I'm a fan of everything he brings to the table. Yeah, Xenoblade 2 is very interesting in that way. I've had people who are very obnoxious to me because who said that the only reason I could possibly like Xenoblade 1 more than Xenoblade 2 is because I don't understand Xenoblade 2. And then I've heard other people say that it's 2 out of 10, you know? Both of which are 2 extremes, that neither of which I agree with. Me too, Gansey, for sure. But that's crazy, how could it be? There's only one of me, it's impossible. Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Then show me the evidence, something that proves there's more than one of me. I guess it's gotta be this, right? Why do we have the Dahlia face? Amen, Dave. You need to save us. It's obnoxious, Hukex. Or sorry, Stefan. I totally agree. When you said there was another me, I was kind of expecting someone who looked like me, you know? What? I guess so. Are you saying that I look like this person? I can't say with 100% certainty, but can you show me... What?! What? I have to... Okay, so do I have to... You guys can tell me this. If this is the game... I just presented this. If this was the game being dumb, do I have to go and make this not shadowed? It's faceless, yeah. Okay. I have to do something else? Damn it, okay. That's annoying. Okay. Let us talk to... I think... yeah, Rydox, please don't tell me what to do. I was gonna talk to Edgeworth anyway, but please don't backseat. I just wanted to ensure that... Because someone said the game was being dumb, so I just wanted to make sure that that was the case. But outside of that, please don't tell me where to go unless I ask. So wait. Talk... Iris... What do I present here? Because I think I try to present this. Oh crap, okay. I thought I tried to do this before. It's okay, Sarah. Thank you very much. You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler. A jeweler? Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Exactly. I think I did. I thought I did present it, and it was just blocked off. Or maybe I presented Iris instead. That might have been it, actually, yeah. That was it? Yeah, okay. My mistake. It was the first case. It was my first court case 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? You know about that case. You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. Yeah, he did look a bit distracted, Sam. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. A third twin sister? Triplets? Oh, Melissa Foster. Her sister. Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. And this is where she entered my life, or when she entered my life. Yeah, I wonder, Kay, if that's what made him change. If that was the trigger. The woman who tried to kill me. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. What? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest, only to historians, so to speak. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead? Right, I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. At the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. That line is a huge meme? Which one? Oh, the metabolic process. I see. Yeah, that was a bit extra. That was a bit theater kid, Edgeworth. It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down. And her sentence was finally carried out. That's funny, Kai. He doesn't change until age 21, but that may... Yeah, I think that may have been... I think that may have been, like, the internal trigger, or the internal turning point before it manifested externally, maybe? I don't know. It's hard to say. She was executed last month. Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, right? And for more reasons than one. I somehow doubt that execution was properly carried out, but do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected. She's dead, and when someone is dead, there's no way to revive them. There's no way to revive the dead. I wonder. It seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? Oh yeah, I'm not trying to downplay Wright's interactions with him at all. Yeah, of course. Phoenix totally changed him. I think that was probably the first thing, though. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fey, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Kurain channeling technique. Did you say Kurain channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh yes, I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. Oh, sorry. Okay, but yeah, this is all stuff we know already. An innocent man was accused of murder as a result of her efforts. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth. Go to the police records room, it's all in there. All you have to do is check the DLC 6 incident case file and you'll know. How could I forget? He was the victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the Kurain channeling technique is real. Do you think that Mia knew that she was related to Dahlia? I find it strange that if she did... that she didn't say anything. Or internalize anything when we were in her thoughts, you know? So I imagine no? Like she didn't... I imagine no, because she would have thought something. Thanks for the hydrate, Ming Ming. Okay. Let's do this properly now. But at Dahlia's very first meeting with her in 3-4, she reacts to the name Mia Fey. Ah. Yeah, Dahlia knew. Yeah, Dahlia knew, right. It didn't go both ways then, though, I guess. Okay, and then this was, I think her testimony, right? Okay. So, and then we get to the thing where I got stuck on. There were two of you. And then we have the evidence. Proper, irrefutable evidence this time. I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps. That's right, Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer... Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? Glad to hear it, Wolfman. I'm sorry, thank you. There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? This second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder, it was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne. But you just said it yourself a second ago. She's dead. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo. Oh. Oh, a training ground of the Kurain channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit and you knew about it. I was assuming something went wrong with the execution, but this makes a lot of sense. I have no idea, Dave, sorry. No clue. But it's not imminent, so... I still need to do Xenoblade 3, and probably Isomnium Files too. Maybe Greatest Eternity beforehand? I don't know, we'll see. I'm not sure, Stefan. I'm not sure. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. I like how hairstyle is a stronger genetic trait than hair color. That's true, isn't it? Oh yeah, because of her mother being Morgan, so it's probably Dahlia, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew. I knew it was my sister, Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month. Just as I suspected. The iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder, it was Dahlia Hawthorne. Are you gonna do a poll? I'll decide. I'll decide eventually. When we finish this. I was thinking about it, but... yeah, I'll think about it. Whatever it ends up being, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 will have intermittent plays as well. Maybe some Wednesdays, maybe some nights, we'll see. Because my sister always does the right thing. Excuse me? And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before, I can't do it again. You betrayed her, what do you mean? That's why I have to accept that I may be found guilty. It's the only way. What is she talking about? You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago. That was the start of it all. It's what started her down that twisted path. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her. How did you betray her, Iris? It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? But I got scared, so I ran. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father, that's awful. But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money. Huh? It was revenge on our father. Revenge. What do you mean? He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell. Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay. Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many business and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. But his plan backfired. Because her mother's sister took it all from her, she took over as the master of Kurain. Great song, by the way. That would be Misty Fey. But before long, the credibility of the Kurain tradition hit rock bottom. The new master mystic, Misty Fey, made a terrible mistake. The DL6? After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive, and that he had no reason to stay there. And that's when you came here to Hazakura Temple. Yes, the woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see. Oh, and I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family, I've heard she's been very battered, spiritually and emotionally. I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. I've asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. That incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fey clan. That's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister Dahlia Hawthorne poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts. First time chat, Erica Emblem. Hi there, I just saw you in my recommended and had to check in when I saw you playing my favorite Ace Attorney game. Welcome in. Glad you saw me in the recommended. Yeah, we're in the last case of the game. But my journey throughout the trilogy so far has been amazing. I think all the VODs are there. So it's all there if you're ever interested. But welcome in. Welcome to Peak Fiction indeed. I see. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Yeah, that's definitely Fire Emblem. Sacred Stones, right? Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There is still much to investigate. Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise. Thank you. All right. One giant secret. Yeah, pearls. All right. I imagine that's probably the last thing to do? Yeah, this investigation is super hefty. Oh crap, no. Well, let me just save really quickly in case there's a scene. Look at that, they really did make a fire right in front of the shack. Oh, Mr. Nick. You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them all off. I think I pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. If you say so. All right. Featherine, yeah, Umineko, right? Unless I'm just completely missing a reference. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Donim's room reading a book together, correct? Yes, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end. You didn't go? No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous. So Pearls never went to Miss Donim's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls. Exactly. Featherine Augustus Aurora. On the night of the murder... Whoa! What did he ask? What did he ask? Why did it skip over that? Was it on the night of the murder, where were you? Because I think she was here, right? Where she was? Okay. I think it's the Inner Temple. Got it. Okay, thank you. On the night of the murder, where did she go? Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you, Gansey. I think it's Inner Temple. Because we all assume she was stuck there as well. Yeah, I think that's it. You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now, I'm going to take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? Thank you, Gansey. I really appreciate it. And thanks for the follow, Erica. You mean you know? If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth? Okay. You went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is this. Who she was worried about? It must have been, Maya. There's no one else for her to have been worried about, and Maya was there, and she was stuck, and yeah. Oh, is that right, Tompiet? I didn't remember that. That's cool. It's obvious why you were so worried about Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? Ah! You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was the special course. I signed up, yeah, special course. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what could have happened to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the Inner Temple. Okay, we've scratched the surface. Then we're clear now that you went to the Inner Temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. But what time was it when you headed over to the Inner Temple? It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. Thank you for the hydrate. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow I didn't get there until after 10. How did you know what time it was? Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out. The Hazakura Temple's bell is pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing. I was trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it, that would be terrible. She was trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearls. Oh, sorry for the sound. I just made a connection. Why were you so worried about hearing that bell? Oh man, what is going on? I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that, because of a certain letter that was telling you to listen for the bell. Holy crap. Thank you, Elijah. I definitely need to hydrate. This is juicy. No, evidence. Let me just double check. As soon as you hear the bell, yep, you must channel... Oh my gosh, this is crazy. You were given some instructions to follow that night, weren't you? Holy crap, this is crazy. I presume you recognize these pieces of paper? Where did you... In the incinerator at the Inner Temple. Pearls, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell. I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing. These instructions that were found in the incinerator, I believe they were written for you, Pearls. For me, no. Did she? Oh my gosh. A large portion has been burnt, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? This case has been insane, Erica, and it explains why it was so poorly burnt. Yeah. Pearls is not an expert at disposing of evidence. Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls be trying to channel? That would be Dahlia. Yeah, it's obvious. It was Dahlia. There's a reason why everyone thinks this case is the best. I can't wait to see how it comes together with Godot as well, though. It was Dahlia, wasn't it? Ah! It's just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris who Sister Bikini met at the Inner Temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Covering her hair, maybe? Yeah, true, Bytecraft. Again, I guess Pearls is just not an awesome evidence hider. But yeah, like not like she's supposed to be. She's 9 years old. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hawthorne was? No. I've never heard anyone by that name before reading these instructions. I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. Yeah, the family situation here. She isn't an experienced hider of a murder investigation evidence like myself. Exactly. About the instructions, who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you've never heard of. Me too, Critty. I'll see when a stopping point comes. I definitely won't have a 6-hour stream or anything like that. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions for you to follow? No, 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 no. Let's not rule this out. Ah, Elise was older than her. No, no, no. This is what I think is most plausible. Because Iris didn't seem to me like someone who would have this whole huge plan. Like, that just doesn't seem to be her goal. Elise is a bit shrouded in mystery. / Misty Fae. No, wait, and that would... Yeah, and then she's in... I don't think she would want to do this anyway. Like, because it ended up hurting her, and I was thinking maybe that's unintentional, but no, I don't think this works in terms of her character motivations. I think that Morgan Fay left this behind for her? Damn, this is a big penalty. Okay, I don't think it's Iris. Let me just make sure it wouldn't be Elise, or Misty. Because what does the evidence say? Channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. That doesn't... I don't think that's Iris. There's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Her name is blank. She is our... Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance. That is Morgan, right? Because, yeah, that has to be Morgan. In the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. Yeah. I have to wonder about something, Pearls. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you, that's why. How did you... I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay. Oh, she meant play Hades. Oh. God, what a misinterpretation, Pearl. Poor girl. Pearls, it's time you started telling me the truth. Mr. Nick, why is she holding back from me? I don't like this. Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child. Huh? If you're trying to say I followed these instructions, I'd like to see some proof. What? Because I don't think you have any. She'd say anything rather than to admit carrying out these instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right, there's no evidence that proves it was you. I knew it. However, I do know that whoever did it was a child. Huh? How do you know that? It couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that. A mistake? A simple mistake? What do you mean by that? I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you'd been given. What? Whoa, what? Be careful. Once night falls, should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. She is all her name is. Once this is, burn the... Also, make sure you don't tell anyone about this letter. Bravely roast the master in the fires of Hades. And bring our vengeance to fruition. So she misinterpreted the letter somehow. And it has to be something that's visible to us. Bravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. I don't think it's this one. I think it must be this. Like, because this is pretty cut and dry. When night falls, like, do all this, leave everything up to her, channel her spirit. Her name is blah, blah, blah. Here's a picture. I know you can do it. I think it has to be this third one. In which case, once this is... burn the... Also, don't tell anyone this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. So how can that be misinterpreted? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. I think that has to be it. Okay, so... Gravely roast the master. I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you had been given. So what she's talking about there is that she wants revenge upon Misty. Because that's who the master is. But you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. Okay. Well, process of elimination. It's not the actual letter. It's not this. I still don't know how this factors into it directly. But it's not this. It's not this. No. No. Is it? Wait, is it the Trax crime? Roast the master? No. The pearls is not connected with this part. Trax. Okay. The hood. Roast the master in the fires of Hades. The magic bottle. That book is going to be important somehow. Scroll. Hold on. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades. Let me just make sure that that has to be the line. There's a picture of her. Yeah, these are very cut and dry. 1 and 2 are very cut and dry. I don't think those can be misinterpreted. God damn it. God damn it, Morgan. If only you didn't get so poetic in your last sentence. You might have gotten away with it. Okay, what I'm thinking... I think this is a stretch. But what I'm thinking... is... this is the master. Right? That's the target of her vengeance. Now, did Pearl roast her in hot gravy? Was that her idea of roasting her? And did she just not take it metaphorically? That seems like something a kid would do, but I don't know if roasting... if it's a stretch to use roasting in this context. How many do I lose? I lose 3? That's not too bad. She misunderstood some of the words, so I don't know exactly which words she misunderstood. Roast the master in the fires of Hades. Hades gravy. I don't think you could really mix those up. Hades. Hades. What are the ingredients in the gravy? Either way, I think that might be it. So, roasted in Hades. Let's try it. I think that's probably it. Missy's face, images of screw bit gravy. Hades. I don't know what the word is, but oh, a message just got deleted. I didn't see it. Stefan, please do not tell me anything that could be construed as a spoiler. Yeah, I didn't see it. Luckily, thank you, Sarah. Let's try it. It was you who splattered the gravy on this... That was right! Holy shit! It was you who splattered the gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it? What? Why would I do something like... Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring... Yeah, what's the misunderstanding, though? Gravely roast... fruition. I don't know what the misunderstanding was, but the roast part is what made me think of the gravy and the master. Well, you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast. Gravely and roast. Gravy! Okay. Gravely is gravy, right? Roast. What's roast? Pearl asked how to read gravely at the start of this case to Elise. I totally forgot that. What's roast? How do you know that? Remember the conversation you had with Miss Donim on the night of the murder? I'm not very good at reading. You would like to practice reading with me? Miss Elise, how do you read this? Gravely. That's kind of a tough word. I didn't remember that. Ms. Donim taught you how to read gravely and roast. But what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravely sounded like gravy to me, and the only roast I could think of was the food. And that's why you did it. Okay. The pot roast. Okay. We got there in the end. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea. Yeah, the foreshadowing is really cool. Just a tiny bit. I really am useless. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked of me. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right. This is sad. This is very sad. Sizable brain? Perfect. That's all I need. Sizable, I'll take it. How did Pearls show Elise this letter, yet Elise didn't notice the meaning behind this letter? She could have written it down. She couldn't have written it down somewhere else and not wanted to show anyone else because, like, I think the letter was, the importance of it being secret was stressed to in the letter, right? Yeah, make sure you don't tell anyone about this letter, so she might have written it down on a paper herself. That's what I assume. I love her thinking her mom wanted to use gravy on a picture as sad as this is. Yeah, it's darkly cute. After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple, with a pot full of the leftover gravy. The gravy? I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I'm sure it was the Master of Kurain, like it said in that letter. I see. And then, well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area. The guest area? Yes, I thought I would wait there until the training was over. Why didn't you just go to the training hall? Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then Pearls, did you fall asleep? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, I just couldn't help it. Don't worry about it, Pearl. I forgot Larry was here. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris too. It happens. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple. Yes, when I woke up it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore, and there was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator, then I heated up the leftover gravy. Wow. And let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried. It must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring, so you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit. No, I tried, but I couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it happened. Oh! I tried and tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it. Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that. So she never managed to channel the spirit. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone? Yes, I don't know what to do. Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though. Could you please tell me what it is anyway? It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Someone else? What do you mean? There's only one of each spirit, right? Okay, Larry. Then that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearl's could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Her final wish? This letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully. This letter. I definitely need to find out more about it. My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary. I know, Pearls. I visit her every month, and last month she told me... The time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I had a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae Clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. This poor girl. Look at all that's been pinned on her. Now listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden. My mother is always nice to me. I love her very much. Moms will do anything for their kids, right? She said it was for the good of the Fae Clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Mai's part of the Fae Clan, so it had to be good for her, too. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick? I guess so, yeah. There was a picture with her letter, too. A picture of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture's enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time... Pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff. There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before. That sure is pretty strange. That's a really subjective question, Saldajums. I think that tends to be up to you. Intent is definitely extremely important. Intent is one of the, arguably the most important aspect to me for situations similar to these. Chainsaw Man, Shiggy's Wiggy. But both are very good. Someone opened it already. Orders from Morgan Fay, opened once before. Thanks, Pearls, you really helped me out. You're very welcome. My mother's watching over us. I'm sure Mystic Mai will be alright. If you want my 2 cents on this, I don't think Pearl should be blamed for any of this, but I don't think that this necessarily means that in a similar case with this sort of template, the blame can't be attributed to the person who did it. You know, it all depends. But in this specific context, I don't think so. Unless you could have seen through it somehow and failed, to which you can't expect of a small child. Yeah, exactly. She's 9, you know. She thought what she was doing was right. There was all sorts of stipulations. Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Ha! What are you doing here, sir? Finally figured it out, have you, Trite? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Godot. The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. I guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because Maya Fey isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Trite. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. 2 sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realize that, but... And you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. But I didn't know anything about what was going on. What did I just say, Trite? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow, we'll settle everything in court tomorrow, once and for all. That second part that just started of the song is really good. Mr. Nick, is what that man said just now true? It'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick. My dear Pearl. You've done so well, my child, my Pearl. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I just got chills. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now, finally, after all this time, the master's seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. I love how this props Morgan up as a character as well. Wow. Part 4-1 trial. This does seem like a stopping point. This does seem like a stopping point, but we'll do a little bit. Oh, I should stop more? Okay, I'll do a little bit of dialogue. I think we'll at least get into the courtroom. Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself? Ah, morning, Pearls. Mr. Nick. Please tell me, what's going to happen to Mystic Maya? I'm sorry, we don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed into the inner temple. I see. So is Sister Iris still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall? Thank you for the hydrate ramen power. Oh. No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. She's required to be here in court. Then how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby? I have to admit, it's kind of strange. If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby. You can either stop or go on for another hour and a half for another good stopping point, so I assume you'd rather stop? Yeah. And last time we estimated times, it went on quite a bit longer than usual, because I am a bit slower, so yeah. I'll just do a bit of dialogue here and then end pretty soon. Sounds like a peak morning, Sam. I hope those mosaics are fire. I know they are. Yeah, exactly. I think it's a good stopping point. So, yeah, we'll do a little bit more and then stop. Edgeworth, what's Iris doing over there? She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak. Today's testimony. You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution. What? The prosecutor's squeezing her for a confession. Or so I heard. Franziska von Karma, what are you up to? I know what you're thinking, but Franziska isn't going to be the prosecutor today. Oh, no. Oh, here it is. Here it is. What? Then who is? Who else could it be but Godot? Godot. Franziska is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern. The Sacred Cavern? You don't mean that she's... Exactly. She has been out there all night trying to remove all those trick locks. With the head nun's assistance, naturally. We estimate that the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours. Oh dear. But always peek an Ace Attorney when there's like this time element to the case, and there's a rush against time, you know? I hope everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon. Yeah, thanks, Edgeworth. Prosecutor Godot intends to nail this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow. No pain? 0 out of 10. You guys were telling me this case is peak, and there's no pain? What the hell? You didn't have to tell me that. Touché. I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday. It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made that decision, I felt myself getting stronger. Interesting. Maybe you've passed your cold onto someone else, naturally. And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands, partner. Oh. 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 Unnecessary feelings have become necessary. I leave the rest... Hold on a second. Let me just... For posterity... Thanks. I still don't have the answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case. The circumstances around the murder of Miss Elise Donim. No, I mean Miss Misty Faye. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. Absolutely. Partner is Ace Attorney for boyfriend. What that woman is really after. I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hazakura Temple. Alright, folks. I can't think of a better stopping point, to be honest. It's a bit of a shorter stream than usual, 3.5 hours, but we still got a hefty amount done today, and I don't want to go further than this. I don't want to go further than this. Oh yes, and Udgy's back. So the final trial of the series. Oh, and this song. This is another one of my favorites. So I gotta make this be the starting soon music for Monday. So yeah, thank you so much. No stream, yeah, as at the moment, yeah, there's not gonna be a stream this Friday. Thank you so much, guys. Like I said, for little upcoming things, if you'd like to join the Discord and talk about these streams or One Piece or future streams in Spoiler Talk, there are spoiler chats in there. There's an Ace Attorney channel as well. You can join the Discord, you can check it out. Sunday will be the next stream where we will be reading One Piece. Monday will be finishing the game, I think. I think we'll be finishing the game Monday. The finale. I hope to see you guys there. And yeah, I'm not deleting the other games. Of course, I'm just referring to the final trial of the trilogy. Yeah, I'm gonna raid Critty in a second. So Sunday, there's that, the One Piece Sunday. Monday, there's this, and then Wednesday, still a bit of a TBD. We could start the Arcane discussions. If for some reason I don't finish the game, I'll finish it Wednesday, but I don't think that'll be what happens. There's Xenoblade Chronicles 3 lurking there, so we'll see. But yeah, and my One Piece video should be up on Patreon pretty soon. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for the support. This was a really lovely stream. This case is shaping up to be awesome. I can't wait to see how it all goes down. And I'm just going to quickly raid Critty. Old Critty? Criticolds? What's his username? There we go. Critty's reading some Haikyuu. So, if you guys are interested, check him out. I'll be joining in for a little bit. Opinion so far on the case? Really good. I wouldn't say the best thing ever just yet, but it has to end. Like, it's hard to make the claim without seeing the conclusion, right? So, it's great. It's great. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And here is Critty reading some peak fiction. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week.
Just finished, but we're gonna keep reading a bit longer because we have time. What an amazing match! You gotta at least love Booked, though. Of course I love Booked. Well, man, you should have solved the case before. Nah, man, it was kind of mid, if I'm being real. Of course I liked it.